Hello. So we are going to be focusing on an upper body sequence today that connects the wrists, elbows, shoulder joint, and scapula. It'll be a little bit of mobility and strengthening all together. So yeah, it's a really lovely practice. But you are going to need a TheraBand. If you haven't got one of these, absolutely fine. Just have like a can of beans, or if you've got a small weight, then have one of those with you, because you can use that too. So we are going to start in a child's pose, and I don't regularly start this way. And if it feels too uncomfortable for your body this morning or today, then that is absolutely fine. But if you can get there, then feel free. Otherwise, just come to a comfortable seat. You're going to reach the arms out in front of you, forehead comes towards the floor. Take a few moments, just a few breaths. And actually, if you want to try child's pose and you have a block handy, you might want to just place the block between your thighs and your bottom and kind of sit back on the block. Just going to lift the hips slightly. Might be between your thighs and your bottom and your heels, actually. We're just taking a few moments to ground, to notice your body against the floor, to scan the body and notice how you feel today. And then gently moving your attention to your breath, noticing how your breath is moving in and out of your body, maybe through your nose or your mouth. Maybe it's moving into your chest, rib cage, belly, wherever it's going, just notice. And then changing the breath so that you're breathing in and out through your nose, sending your breath into the side of the body, side of the rib cage, allowing there to be an expansion with your inhale and a softening with your exhale. Allowing your attention to focus on your breath, to settle in your body here. Everything else going on in your world right now just melts into the background, just for the amount of time that you're on your mat. And then slowly working your way up so that you're still sat back on your heels, but your hands are out in front of you, torso is lifted. We're going to move through the wrists to start with by pushing the hands into the ground and lifting the heels of the hands off the floor. And then a slow release back down. We lift, release, lift, release. Keep going here. Try and keep the arms as long as possible. They don't necessarily have to be straight, but we want to keep them long. Keep pushing the hands into the ground. Let's do 3 more. Amazing. And then slowly just noticing how the wrists and the hands feel for a moment. You're then going to take your left arm, reach it out in front of you so that the palm faces inwards, thumb is on top. And then you circle through the shoulder joint. So you bring the arm up and over, create internal rotation to bring the arm down and behind you, and then keep internally rotating. So when the fingertips come back down to the floor, the palm faces out, little finger taps on the floor. and then you change the direction. So you reach up behind you as far as you can go. In order to rotate the arm around, you have to create external rotation to lift the arm up and over. Now you have the movement, can you focus on your chest, keeping it straight towards the floor in front of you? Left side again. One way. And then the other, going through your shoulder calves, last round. Bringing the left hand to the floor and then coming back to those wrist push-ups. So lifting the heel of the hand and pulling it back down. Keep that going. Notice how it feels in your body. Last one. Nice. Right side then. The right hand turns so that the palm faces in, thumb is on top. Create that rotation through your shoulder as you reach back and down. Keep rotating so the palm faces out and then reverse it. Try and keep the chest as stable as possible towards the front of your mat. That might mean that you have to make a smaller circle. One more round. Once the right hand comes back down to the ground, can you focus on your shoulder blades now, pulling them together and then pushing them apart. Squeezing together, pulling apart, moving through retraction, protraction. Noticing here whether the spine is joining in by rounding off, or maybe the cervical spine with the head moving. Try and keep your spine as neutral as possible as you move through the retraction and protraction of your scapula. Let's do one more each way. Nice. And then slowly walk yourself forwards into hands and knees. From here, can you bend your elbows to the ground? Chest comes down and then push back up. Elbows to the ground, push back up. Notice how this feels in your body. Become aware of the muscles that start to switch on. Keep pushing the floor away from you. We've got 3 more. We've got this. From here, make your way onto your belly so that you're lying down on the belly. Arms are going to be out long in front of you. Forehead on the ground, and you're going to, so you keep your head heavy so that the forehead is resting. If the forehead doesn't reach the floor, find something and pop it underneath, maybe a cushion or a block if that feels okay for you. But we're going to lift both arms up into the air. Circle them wide out to the side and reach them back behind you, rotating through your shoulder joint so that the back of the hands come to rest on your lower back. Take a pause. Now squeeze shoulder blades together, lift the hands and reach them long behind you. Try and keep this height as you reach them forward, rotating through the shoulder to bring them back down onto the ground. Now you want to have lots of space around you. So if with that one, you didn't quite have enough space, feel free to wiggle and move just to rearrange. And then we go again. We lift, rotate all the way back, big circle, back of the hands come to rest on your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift them high, the arms nice and high behind you. Keep that height as you circle the arms forward and then relax down. And again. Really lubricating that shoulder joint. Let's do one more. And then release. Let's bring hands underneath the shoulders. Again, keeping that forehead down. Squeeze shoulder blades together in order to lift the hands off the floor. And then release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. Keep going. Just check in with your lower back. Notice whether is a pulling on this area of your body when you try and lift the hands off the floor. If so, just tuck the tailbone, squeeze the bottom here, push the fronts of the hips down into your mat so that the lower back stays long and we can access just through the shoulder blades. 2 more. Last one. Press the hands into the floor and push yourself all the way back up to hands and knees. And then grab your band or your canapes or weight or whatever you've got. So you're going to come back to that hands and knees position. If you've got your TheraBand, you're going to bring the TheraBand underneath your right hand, and then left hand is going to grab the band, so you might wrap it around the hand here. Otherwise, if you've got a weight, it's just coming into your left hand. So from here, we're going to squeeze the elbow up towards the rib cage and then back down. Squeeze, I quite like making a fist. Back down. Squeeze. Activate the shoulder blade to allow shoulder blade to pull towards the spine, and then the elbow pulls in. And you want a little bit of tension on that band, so if you need to make it shorter, go for it. One more. Release. You're going to sit back on your heels. If it feels uncomfortable sitting all the way down, you can sit tall. Bringing your band with you, you're going to pull it into the right waist with your right hand, okay? And then left elbow squeezes into your waist, and the left hand is going to, so the palm faces up, but you've still got a fist wrapping into that TheraBand. If you've got a weight, the weight is still in the left hand. And then we rotate through the shoulder to open the arm up, and then pull it back in. Moving into external rotation through the shoulder here. Last one. And release. If you've got your TheraBand, you're going to take it in both hands now, creating a little bit of tension through the band. Can you reach the arms out in front of you? If you've got weights, you might place a weight in each hand, or maybe just do it without the weights here. It's completely fine. You could use a dish towel here if that feels kind of better for your body in order to get a little bit of tension through the arms. But we lift the arms in front, we lift them over the head, we pull down, and then we lift back up. In front, into the chest. We pull out, overhead, squeeze the elbows down, we lift up, in front, squeeze to the chest. Reach in front, overhead, pull down, lift up, reach in front, squeeze back. Good. Now check in with the rib cage and try and keep the rib cage, the front of your rib cage, pulling down towards your hips so that we've got a nice connection and awareness to our inner unit, to our core. Trying to keep that spine neutral. One more round. Good. Release. Come back to hands and knees. We take it on the other side. So if you've got a weight, this time it's in the right hand. If you've got your TheraBand, place it on the ground. Take the left hand on top of it to keep it in place. Wrap the rest of it around your right hand. And remember, you may need to shorten it or lengthen it, and then pull right elbow to rib cage and release down. Use the shoulder blade here to help you. Keep going. Two more. Try and keep the spine neutral and stable. Like sitting down on the heels or sitting tall, bringing that TheraBand up in front of you, pulling it into your left waist in order to hold it steady, and then the right palm turns so it faces up, and you pull out, so creating external rotation. Keep the elbows squeezing into the side of your body to rotate through the shoulder. Remember, if you've got a weight, it's still in your right hand, and you're rotating just like this, but with the weight in your hand. Two more. Brilliant. Bringing the TheraBand out in front of you, reaching it overhead, pulling it down, reaching up, in front, squeeze to the chest. Create a little bit of tension on the band if you can. Good, we've done this combo before. Start to bring your attention into your body more. Notice what's going on. Keep the spine neutral. So there may be a point where you feel like the rib cage wants to kick out. Can you try and keep it down? We're going to do two more rounds. Last one. And then release. Release your strap, your TheraBand, or maybe your weight, and give your shoulders a good circle here. Changing the direction. We're going to bring the hands to rest on the shoulders here and start to circle through the elbows. Try and keep your torso steady and still rather than rotating with you for now. change the direction. Breathing here. And then just slowly coming into a comfortable seat for you. Bringing the hands behind the head, elbows wide. Can you bring the elbows towards each other and then apart? Towards, apart, together, apart. Now this time, once the elbows come together, the left elbow is going to open up, twist through the torso, rotate back, left side again. So the elbow opens up and guides the torso into the twist. One more. Other side. Last one. And then release. Relaxing the arms again, giving them a little wiggle and a shake. Sitting comfortably, can you close down the eyes or soften your gaze? Come back to your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose, sending your breath into the side of your body. Notice the expansion of the front and the back of your body as well here. Bringing the hands onto the chest, one on top of the other. Taking a moment to thank your body for coming to the mat. Thank your mind for calming down. And to thank your breath for always being there to support you. We finish with a breath in through the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. Breathing in, sighing out. And then you are ready to step back into your day, hopefully being more aware and noticing the connection through your whole arm into your shoulder blade. It is one long kinetic chain that has an impact on everything along it. So if we can create strength and mobility throughout, then it's going to feel a lot more supported. Thanks.